Going forward, we'll use enforcement notes to outline how our rules apply to trends we see on Twitch. If a new, quote, meta violates an existing policy, we see a spike in our data, or there's a large community confusion and discussion on social media, we'll look to publish an enforcement note under the relevant policy to clarify what behaviors break our rules. So what's funny, by the way, chat, is all of this has really led to them enforcing a stricter crackdown on VTubers, but this was made in response to real-life girls doing Twitch videos with black bars across their nipples and vagina.
Yep.
So again, flesh streamers are pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, and somehow Twitch's response is to crack down on VTubers. Don't know what the fuck is going on with that. Nobody ever knows what the fuck is going on with that.
I honestly think their argument is, oh, you guys paid for your models to look like that, so you could have went with something else. But it's like, you could put the same argument as that failed cam girl decided to not wear any clothes, so that's her own thing.
Yep. These notes won't replace our other communications, such as blogs and tweets, but are meant to help provide a source of truth for all policy and enforcement updates. Our goal is to share the context you need to succeed on Twitch. So starting today, enforcement notes can be found in our safety center within community guidelines. When we publish a new enforcement note, we'll also notify you here via Twitch support. We've added a substantial number of new examples and clarifications under many of our existing policies for you to browse, and we've also consolidated several previous standalone pages into the community guidelines. Future additions to enforcement notes will have a visual indicator to let you know that we've updated the page. Today's additions can be found under the enforcement notes and clarifications header under each relevant policy. Finally, we understand that even with the collapsible sections and an index, that this can be a lot to read without using the search functionality on your browser, Control F. We're working on a search functionality for the page in the future to make it easier to find exactly what you're looking for. So that's how it started. So a lot of people actually went through the page, which is linked here, Safety Twitch article, community enforcement notes. They were starting to read through like what some of these special clarifications are. And that's where this one pops up. Exceptions for VTubers specifically is wild. We are just 2D avatars, but 3D hips, genitalia, buttocks, underbust, and female-presented nipples are fine. What? So this is, Twitch support actually replies to this person. It says, apologies, I believe you are reading this incorrectly. Genitalia, buttocks, hips, female-presented nipples, and underbust must be covered at all times on general streams. VTuber models are held to the same attire guidelines as other streamers. The part that really threw people off with this is this note. Hip coverage is often forgotten under this rule. Please be sure your VTuber model covers this area. So we have escalated now to the point where your hips are too sexual for Twitch.
Man. Again, Kevin, that burqa asset would be a fucking hit.
There's also this other one. Guidelines apply to VTuber models, but not video game characters, including those uploaded into games such as VR chat. They have clarified that if you are streaming from VR chat and your VR chat model violates these rules, you are actually okay, because it's technically a video game. That is insane. Some people were posting trying to get some clarification of if I am a 3D VTuber and like what I'm doing looks like VR chat, am I technically okay? Like, what specifically is the difference? And people were just refusing to actually reply. You can see that Twitch even got community noted. Screenshot they posted contradicts the statement. Humans and VTubers are being held to a different standard than users streaming sexual content on VR chat. VR chat models are avatars for the user, as are VTuber models, yet only VR chat avatars are exempt from this rule.
I mean, I already have my theory why, and I'm sure everyone else has probably came to the same conclusion.
They're sleeping
it's
with
like
them.
It's sleeping with them, and it's like you can't get a lap dance from a 2D VTuber.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could.
It'd
I've
be a
told you
little
about my
harder.
brothel idea, right?
Yes. I mean, you told me, hey, I have a brothel idea. Then you never really expanded on it too much.
Did I not?
No, not too much.
We're gonna get those really sexy sex dolls from Japan, and we're gonna replace the heads with TV screens, and we're gonna let VTubers like LARP as the brothel ladies. All you gotta do is remotely just kind of LARP as if you're actually sleeping with somebody. Completely safe for you. All done through a sex doll, and you get to use an avatar.
This is after the whole VTuber bar that opened up in Japan, right?
Yes. I think this is
Yeah.
a genius idea. I think this is a
I-
$1 million brothel idea. No STDs. You just need somebody to like clean the dolls.
Yeah. You know what? I think that is fair. And it's like, you know how there's like modeling kits where someone can somehow get the inside of their cooch all modeled out into a sex toy?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it's similar to like the how dudes can like dip their dick in like silicone and shit, and you can get you know, a 1-to-1 of your dick into a dildo. Apparently girls can get that done with the inside of their cooch.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Fifi did that.
Yeah. Yeah, so like each of the girls, if they want to do that, can have their own custom thing done.
Lumi's gonna get one day, chat.
No. Genital casting, yeah, that's what it's called. Dark Resurrect, how do you have so much knowledge with these things?
I'll get one if you get one.
No! My coochie's only for Moose Man.